Okay, so I realised my passion for makeup when I was 13 years old, and I was brought up on the island of Ibiza, and I went to boarding school, and all the girls were wearing lots of makeup, and then I went back 3 months later. I have fair eyelashes, and so I went back 3 months later covered in makeup, and everyone I know from the age of 7 to 70 years old, literally their whole reaction changed to me. They were like, my God, not that you weren't attractive before, you're so much more attractive now. And I understood. They were like, my God, you've really matured, you've really changed at boarding school. And I knew that it was, in 3 months' time, that nothing had changed, that it was literally the power of makeup. And instantly, overnight, I became more popular. Doors sort of opened to me, people kind of reacted to me in a very different way. And it was literally because I was suddenly wearing makeup. So when I was at the age of 11, I met Mary Greenwell on a beach, and she was doing the covers of Vogue at the time, and it was Joey Hall and Mary Helvin and all the supermodels. And I remember being completely mesmerised by her and what she did, and I then understood that there was actually a job at the time, because being a makeup artist was quite, a fairly unknown job at the time. And so, kind of realising that, she started explaining her career, running around the world, New York, London, Paris, doing all the fashion shows and the covers, and I remember just thinking, God, that's exactly what I want to do. So when I was 18, we called her up and we said, Charlotte would like to, become a makeup artist, and she said, well, tell her to go and do a makeup course, and once she finished her makeup course, she can come and assist me on the fashion show. So I was incredibly lucky to have somebody like Mary Greenwell, who was at the top of her field at the time, to take me under her wing and really kind of show me the tricks of the trade. I was obsessed by beauty, constantly studying beauty, constantly looking at, magazines and campaigns and fashion shows, and studying the way kind of people would morph into different trends. Did my makeup course at Glauco Rossi, and then went to assist Mary Greenwell, and it really started from there, traveling with her around London, Paris, New York, Milan, doing all the fashion shows, and then assisting her on some photo shoots. And then from there it kind of progressed, and I started testing, and then I started getting jobs, and then I met the photographers Matt and Marcus, and we kind of became a really great team together, and we started doing all the kind of, at the time it was the pop covers and the face and ID, and then we started doing Vogue together and all the different campaigns, and really kind of, this amazing career blossomed out of this brilliant team, because I was very fortunate. They're such incredible photographers, but they really love beauty, and they really love, every time, even if you were doing a fashion shoot, you would always get an incredible, beautiful image of your makeup, because they really knew how to light it, they really appreciated it, they love glamour, they love colour. And coming out of an era where, we were working with grunge, where people were very much, it was about minimalist makeup, it wasn't about makeup, we were very much part of a team that brought back colour and glamour back to fashion. I think there's been a lot of achievements. I feel very proud of what I've done for the last 21 years now. But I think that, creating things, I've consulted on many brands, many luxury brands. I did a line I was a consultant on Helena Rubinstein. Then I consulted a bit on Armani, creating some of their lipstick lines. I did a line for Alexander McQueen with MAC. I did a whole line for John Frieda called My Face Cosmetics, which launched in Boots, and I did that literally from a piece of paper upwards. So I worked, very closely with the laboratories to come up with the formulas, to come up with the colours, to create new concepts in makeup, and really that's what I've been doing. And now I'm working for, I can't mention the name, but one of the biggest luxury houses out there in makeup. I'm incredibly proud of what I've done for this particular male individual that I can't mention, but I created his line from a piece of paper, working very closely with the labs and coming up with, innovative formulas and innovative ways, concepts for makeup. And really, I think doing that, creating new products in the marketplace, is a big passion for me, as well as obviously doing all the celebrities and the covers and, the campaigns and the fashion shows. It's all kind of brought into one. But to be able to really create new products for women is a great passion for me. First of all, you have to do a fitting with the designer, and you have to come up with the concept with the designer on, they might be inspired by a film or a book or an era, or they might have a whole mood board. They might take you through their journey of how they came up with the concept for their clothes, and there might be something in that kind of journey that you might think, oh, that might be the right kind of icon, or there might be a specific look that they want to create. So you go for a fitting with a designer, then you go to the fashion show and you've got 3 to 3.5 hours to create a look, to create the look, and you have a team of, depending on, up to 20 assistants, and you've got a time pressure because sometimes the models can turn up late, so you're working under a lot of pressure, and you know everything has to look. You have to do a lighting test, and you have to make sure all the assistants are doing the makeup that you want to the look that you had demonstrated. So you arrive, you do a demo, then the assistants have to copy the demo, and you have to make sure that they've understood exactly how, even though sometimes it might look completely natural to them, they might have missed something. So you have to then go around correcting the makeup to make sure that it all looks exactly uniform, that all the models look the way that you want them to look, and then you have to make sure that they're, you know, even if a girl turns up 10 minutes before they're about to go out on the runway, that you take off that they come out with exactly the same perfected look as everyone else. So sometimes you're working under incredible, you know, stress and time pressure. The Obsessive Mind today, we literally wanted the girls to look incredibly fresh and youthful and very dewy, fresh skin, as if they sort of, you know, just had a little bit of a healthy glow on their skin. Those kind of girls that came back from a little bit of a holiday with a slight little flush in their cheeks. But we wanted a little they wanted a little quirky edge, so we're using a little bit of coffee, this pencil kind of smudged into the eyes, so a little bit grungy, a little bit cool looking, and we're using an 8-hour cream mixed with a brown MAC cream eyeshadow on the lids, and it creates a bit of a kind of wet look, which looks really effective on the runway, and it gives it a little bit of, you know, it gives it the fresh makeup a little bit of a kind of modern quirk, modern edge.